Okay, Mom, here's how to put hats on Bella. First thing you need to do is somehow open your picture with Bella. I'm just going to open it up because I know I had it there yesterday, so I just have it here. Usually it's going to just open up, I think with Windows, it'll just open it up in this program. If not, you can probably just right click and then you can open with and make sure it's Paint 3D, and you can just do that as well. And then that will open it up in here. This you're just going to save for later. So what I find easiest is just if you drag this up here, take it all the way over to the side, and then that brings it to that side of the screen. And then you can just bring this back up. I'm going to do this because it's easier for me to do this full screen. And then just go online and go to Google, click on images. And then for this, Lucas was talking about a World War II fighter pilot helmet, so I'm just going to do this, see what I can find. Actually, I think he was calling it a Prussian helmet. I'll go with a German one, see what I can find here. So you can kind of scroll through all these, find the helmet that you really want. Like I said, it's kind of nice to have it facing the same direction as Bella's head. So depending on the picture that you use of Bella, you want to make sure the helmet's somewhat similar to that. So let's see. Not seeing any great ones, but how about this? So once you click it open, then if you right click on it and just click Save Image As, I always like to do this in my Downloads folder just because I know it's there. So if you go all the way up to the top, just click on Downloads. This is where it'll save it. It probably doesn't matter too much because it's just going to open it down here once you save it, and then you're going to use it. So I save it down there, and then while it's here, I just open it here. It'll open it in the Photos program again, and then go to Edit and Create and edit with 3D Paint. You would also do this the way it was opened before I click that open with the picture of Bella if you need to. And then just drag this over as well. Click on the Bella picture. Now to get this ready, you just click this magic select here. And then depending on what else is in the picture, you want to get this as close to just what you want as possible. And then click next for this one. Okay, it has that shadow that I don't want, so I can click remove. And then just try to trace this as close as possible with the mouse. Okay, and then that gets rid of that. Once I have it, I don't need to add anything that got deleted from it, anything like that. Just click done. And then that brings it up. This I'm noticing is a little more straight left to right than Bella's head, so I'm going to rotate it slightly with this, like that, so that it seems a little more on that angle. And then I'm good, so I'm just going to click copy over here, click paste, and then it's much easier if you enlarge the picture itself before you start moving it around. But then you can just shrink the helmet down, you can drag it over here, you can kind of alter it as you go. You also, if you really want to tilt it, if you remember this, you can kind of tilt it that way or that way. Generally speaking, that's okay. And put that there, and then once you're done, you want to make sure that you have it where you want it before you click anywhere else, because then you can't really work with it again after that. Once you have it there, if you think that looks good, then you're good to go. Just click menu. I always save this as just an image, not a 3D project. So click image, and then I had this as Bella, but I also always save these as JPEGs. They're just easier. You'll notice all the other ones here. So then if you have Bella, I'm just going to say Bella in a helmet, save it there. This, I would make sure you save it into a folder where you can access it. I wouldn't use that downloads that I used before. I just use Dropbox. I have photos, and then I'm just saving this in my folder for the Tufty and hats. Click save there, and then you are good to go. That's pretty much it. After that, you can close all these things. You don't need to save them. When you close this as well, it's going to say, do you want to save it? You don't have to if you've already saved it as something named like Bella in helmet. I forget exactly how I saved it, but something like that. And then you can just do this with any other. If you wanted to look at something, again, like fighter helmet, you can just search there. You have all these, you can just find one that you like, do the exact same thing with it and put it on her head. One other thing I'll go back and show you because I didn't do it this way, but remember when I opened the picture initially, so it was Bella was the one. I did that right click. This is how I did it, and with the open with, and then that Paint 3D. But if it's in your download folder and not something else, if you just double click to open it, it should open it up like this again in this program, and then you can just click edit with 3D Paint, kind of like you did when you saved the picture from Google. And then you basically just do everything the same way that I described it before, doing that and moving it around, yada, yada, yada. So now that I have that done, I can go to, well, I just have it here so you can see how it is. Yep, there's the final picture, Bella in her helmet. So, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please ask. I hopefully will be able to clear up anything else, maybe when we talk on the phone next week or after you get going with it, try practicing it. Once you do one or two of them, you'll find it's pretty easy. So, anyway, love you. Talk to you soon.